Oh, look at Skype, bro.
We're live.
It's okay.
We're live. All right. Welcome back to our 41st MapperCast podcast. We're back here with almost all the MapperCast members. We're just missing two people, Mysterious and the dead guy, and we're just Lee Allen. And as always, the links of our channels are in the description below, and the list of topics will be in the description below if you don't want to hear me talk about it. But basic general idea is I'm just going to say it anyway. So our first topic today is to discuss the pros and cons of Ryanlandia's Mapping's alternate history of the Soviet Union series. And then the fan request would be, what would you recommend to binge watch? I have no idea what that is. And then we'll be pulling a wildcard topic out of my hat. And then we'll be discussing the protests and censorship in Venezuela, and then the North Koreans' supposedly first successful nuclear test in targeting Guam. And then discuss the upcoming solar eclipse on August 21st, 2017 for the United States. If you have not heard, if you don't know what a solar eclipse, well, I'm going to put it in short words. Basically, the moon is in front of the sun, or the sun is behind the moon, if I recall, that's what it is. And then we'll be discussing the Germany's hate speech laws and Italian proposed law on hate speech in July. And then we'll be discussing if MapperCast should have a Discord. And then the free for all, the quiz like Mapper and the fan winner, which I don't have, and say goodbye. As you guys know, I'm Boyd Viper here. I created that Frozen series, and I did very well. And it's only episode 0. Somehow 4 hours of work only it was more successful than 30 hours of work, which is such a shame, but whatever.
Hey everybody, Cosmic Mapping here. Thanks for coming on down to our 41st show. 41st show. Let's have 41. A great show. Let's go.
Hey everybody, 99 Veteran here on this podcast. I just woke up. I'm gonna have some lunch soon. Yeah. Come on.
Welcome back to another MapperCast podcast.
Oh, it's me. Hello everybody. It's Chris here. Who enjoyed the MapperCast today.
You sound like you're on the radio.
Well, that's because I'm a freaking laptop with no mic.
Oh.
Yeah, hello there, I'm the Rat of Mapping, and let's have a good show.
Hello, I am Altmapper, and let's have a great show, and let's hope Chris won't get kidnapped by some clowns.
Hey, actually, guys, I'm going to try out this new headset.
Here, my mic just took a shit. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm using the laptop mic, man, but I'm going to try this new headphone. I got to plug it in.
All right.
Shoot, I should have set this up before starting.
Great. Does this work?
So should we just start the first topic?
Yes.
Can anyone hear me?
Wait,
yeah,
before we start, can you tell me if you hear me better now, or is it worse? Or
it's fine.
Hello?
Yeah.
We can hear you very well. So, first topic here, we're going to discuss Ryanlandia's alternate future, or alternate history of the Soviet Union series.
Alright, forget the headset. Doesn't work.
So much to talk about it, but I guess
there is a lot to talk about this. I gotta say, this was probably the most interesting mapping series I have seen in a very long time, and I don't mean that for the good ways. I don't mean to be mean when I'm saying that. But the thing about this show is it makes a lot of mistakes, but a lot of these mistakes are so unique to the show that I was very compelled while I was watching it. So let's get into that. I'll start off and I'll let some other people. The first thing I want to say is the most immediate thing that is obvious is the length of the episodes. Each episode of the show, there's 3 episodes. Each episode is under 1 minute long. So, yeah. And usually I'll criticize the length of a show for being too short if it's under 3 minutes or even 4 minutes or something. But under a minute, that's like almost indistinguishable from a Vine. And it's really like... it's not enough. Like all 3 of these videos could have easily been 1 3-minute episode, but he broke it up into like these mini things, which I really don't get. Other than that, I mean, map looked kind of all right, but the main thing about the show that was so interesting to me was how just strangely everything was put together. The editing is very weird. Like the screen will cut to black every once in a while. There's dialogue choices that don't make too much sense.
Oh yeah, and what was that sound effect?
And all this, I gotta say, this was the thing I thought, what is that noise? Is someone sawing a 2x4?
That's me. Sorry, I was scrapping off some dust.
It's okay. the interesting thing, the whole show, especially like the first couple episodes, but the whole show gave me a very like uneasy, eerie feeling because of how it was edited. Like it would randomly cut to black, and then there would be things that would pop up and random noises. And then each episode, for some reason, all of the music throughout the episode are these slow, eerie, mysterious piano ballads. I don't know why he chose that. I think maybe
supposed to be spooky.
Maybe he's the next Proximia.
Maybe he was going for like a Russian style of music, but it really ended up scaring me.
Probably.
Like the way it's edited with that music, it kind of felt like something you'd see on late night Adult Swim. It was really strange. And then in the first video, it cut away to red text and it said, "It's time for the Rastiff." Which
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know what a Rastiff is.
It's this was similar to when Donald Trump wrote a tweet, and then at the end it just ended with kerfuffle.
I still know what kerfuffle is. Okay.
Kerfuffle can act.
I think the problem with the series is that I think the pacing is just a little too fast. Like I think like the animated stuff, I think it could be better if it was a little bit slow paced. And like I saw the anime mapping and animated country balls part, but like I feel like the pacing of the video is too fast. I know probably mine's pretty fast as well, but this one's way too fast. They have to like go back and see what exactly happened, and it doesn't help when you have that black screen cutoffs, as Cosmic mentioned earlier.
Something I did.
So, yeah,
you go.
Yeah, I want to say something. First of all, I want to give credit where credit can be given. The first thing is that it's interesting that you made an alternate history of the Soviet Union, because I think in the at least in the English mapping community, this hasn't been done before. Well, maybe it has been done in the Russian one, but you're not. Then I also like the visuals were alright. The only thing that really I didn't like were that the border thickness varied, and it wasn't really consistent.
The one thing I
also
find
like that.
Sorry, you go.
And so I also like that you are trying to animate, but I think we both can agree that you still need to approve upon that. And yeah, then most of the stuff Cosmic says, I agree with. The videos were very short. Then also there were no years on the info board stuff, and it's just made it worse because already the story is so confusing and plot lines start and end in nowhere. And when at least with the year you could have get some overview, but there was no year, so yeah. Sometimes just frames make no sense. For example, in the second episode, when the war ended, suddenly from one frame to the other, the war was undone, I would say. Because the borders just turned back to the pre-war borders, and the music somewhat fit, but at the end, in some places it fit, and then suddenly it didn't fit anymore. And that's pretty much all I've got to say.
One thing I want to address: there was a scene, like, but aside from all the creepy stuff, there was a scene that I did actually see some opportunity with, but unfortunately it didn't really go anywhere. When Russia sort of killed itself, I think it was in the second episode, like for some reason before he kills himself he says, Uzbekistan, you killed me, and then he dies.
Yeah, he nukes himself.
Uzbekistan didn't do anything, or at least I didn't see if Uzbekistan did anything. And
or probably he missed the frame.
Yeah, maybe something like that. But I think there actually could have been some opportunity there for a larger episode. I mean, if you built... It doesn't have to be insanely long, but if you built like a 5-minute long episode just around, like, let's say the other nations that became independent, they want to take down Russia because they know it's a big threat. So the episode could be based around them trying to get over their troubles with each other to unite to take out Russia. And then maybe at the end of the episode, they finally do that, and then they fight Russia, and then Russia, they're getting beat back, and they just decide, you know what, fuck it all, and then they kill themselves. Now, it's not like that's the craziest thing, but I mean, I think it would be more interesting than just having Russia break up. And if you really wanted more characters to work with in that episode, you could have Kazakhstan break up or something. There's an easy, like, 5 new nations. But, yeah.
One thing to say, like, regarding the short episodes, like, counting from episode 0, I don't count that as a short episode, because, you know, episode 0 is computer scientists count for 0. But I do think like the episode 1 and 2 could be put together, and if you like work on the pacing, then the video could be around 45 minutes long, which could be better. Like that way I can actually I don't have to like go back and see what happened. Like I like the stabbing part, like the prince assassins part, but then I think the problem with that is the black cutoff. It just happens too fast to a point where I don't know what just happened.
I guess the last sort of thing I want to talk about is just sort of the weirdest thing that happened to me. The death sound effect, I grazed over it earlier, but I really want to talk about how weird that was.
That jump scared you so hard.
It jump scared me because I don't know what happened. I don't know if you like cut out it, but it didn't start like at the beginning of the yell. It started like in the middle of the audio file, and then it ended without fading. So it just out of nowhere like. And to me, what it sounded like is that you coughed. It sounded like you accidentally had your mic on, like in your editing software. You coughed and then forgot to edit out the cough. Like it didn't sound like a death, and it jump scared me. And then like random pictures appeared on the screen, and then it just ended. Like no outro or anything. It just ended, and I was scared. I was freaked out. So, which makes me think, maybe something interesting could happen here if you tried to do like some type of abstract horror type series. I don't think that's been done before.
Hey, I know that. Hey guys, I have a side question. Sorry, I finish it and I'll ask a side question.
Yeah, I was done.
Okay. I brought an idea. What do you guys think if we have Romanian mapping as a guest? Not today, but like in the future. Like I know. Like Romanian mapping is like hated. Like I would say half the community. But I think it'll be something like HGHG podcast. He had like Joey Salads and Soulflow on, and then just talk. Like it's not like not like that hate. Like I feel like it put the hate aside and just have a good show and talk. Yes. I'm just asking what you guys think.
Yeah, well, if he wants to.
Yeah, okay. If he doesn't want it, that's a different story. I'm just asking what you guys think.
If he wants to, I'd be open to it. I mean, I never had any personal issues with him. I mean, he was always nice to me. It's just like when I found out that he hates gay people, I kind of had to distance myself from him.
Well, regardless, we'll keep that in mind for now. But if anyone else doesn't have anything to add, we can move on.
Yeah, I can. I want to add something.
Okay.
Like the storyline kind of like messed with my brain when I was watching it. And the one part I don't get is like when the Soviet Union died, like most of the countries stayed communist, but like when Yugoslavia collapsed, I mean when it was near to collapse, we saw nationalist parties actually won the first free elections. So wouldn't that also happen in those countries in the Soviet Union when it collapsed? That's like the part I don't get. And for the most part, I agree with what Cosmic and Rat said.
Yeah, I want to close off by just saying, a few ideas, suggestions, rather than just criticisms. Something I'd say, if you're having trouble fleshing something out, making something have more depth, like every single scene that you come up with, think about it more. Think about what you could do with that scene. Like every scene that's in this series, I could see many opportunities to do tons of different stuff with it. There was stuff with the Russia suicide. There was stuff with whatever Razdiff was. There was stuff with, I think it was West Russia nuking themselves or something. There was stuff there. It was interesting ideas, and I think if you just flesh it out a bit more, it could have been interesting. So if you're thinking about a war, just think about it a bit more. Like, oh, what else could happen here? Could some region break away? Could this person decide to do that? Could this guy get involved? Think about it a bit more like that. That's what I'd suggest. I mean, other than that, it was a beast of its own, and it was definitely entertaining. It didn't fail to entertain, and I'll leave it at that.
All right, shall we move on now? This topic's getting long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so the next topic is, what would you recommend to binge watch? First things first, we need to Google what that is.
Binge watch is basically a series that you watch just in one row or something like that.
One?
A television
If you watch an entire show like in one sitting, or do you just watch it like instead of watching one episode, you'll watch the whole thing?
So I say, what would you recommend to binge?
First of all, I pretty
really
much, like, if there's a show that's good, I'll binge watch it. Like if you're reading a book, no one reads a single chapter of a book, puts it down for a week, and comes back. So I think binge watching is kind of just like the normal state to watch a show.
So I watch it. It's like watching a movie. You're saying?
I guess.
Okay, yeah. Then my movie done. No, I'm not gonna recommend. But that's something.
Best show to binge watch. Best show to binge watch. Cosmic Mapping's Alternate Future of the World. You can find it on youtube.com/www.
Is Binwatch a website? Binwatch is a website?
What'd I say?
Is Binwatch a website? Really?
No.
No, it's not.
Not that I would know of.
I mean, if you have the patience, you can also watch Imperial's 4-hour video and the time.
Yeah, well,
I think I'd rather watch
I don't
YouTube
watch
podcasts.
many television series, so I can't really recommend anything.
Yeah, I don't watch TV. I don't have a TV cable, and I don't even look up TV shows.
I don't think all of us watches TV.
Yes, I live under a rock, so that you
Binge watch Breaking Bad back in the day. That was pretty good. That's a good show to binge watch. And any show that has a lot of seasons, I guess. So like Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, all those stuff. Go binge watch that.
I recommend a Warcraft 3 clip called The Fall of Lordaeron. 8 parts.
I mean, there's just like so much shit out there nowadays. It's impossible to recommend anything. There's so much. Like, I wanted to see the new Marvel movie, and I was like, okay, I'm not too behind on the series. And I look it up, and there's like a good 100 hours of shit I need to watch before I'm caught up on that. There's like 12 Netflix shows and 5,000 movies that I need to. It's like, where do people have the time for this? So, I don't know.
People can hear us, right? Because I'm putting my headphones on. I'm worried that people won't hear it.
No, we can't hear you.
People can hear you.
People can hear me? I assume no one's complaining, so I assume everyone can hear me. And you guys. Because I don't want to go through like 40 minutes of podcast and then somebody mentions, we can't hear you. He's like, what the hell? It's just like professors say that. So just making sure.
Here, I should take my notebook off of my computer. It's like overheating everything.
Yeah, that's pretty dangerous. All right. And no one else has anything to add? No? Okay. Time to move on. I need to move on with the wildcard topic. I don't really like the sound of this wildcard topic, but Cosmic, you're in charge of that.
I don't think I want to put my video on for this one.
Why?
Because I've been having a good morning, and I don't want to see myself. Because I don't ruin my buzz. I don't need that today.
Who's gonna do the wildcard topic? Am I gonna do the wildcard topic?
No, I can do it. I have the hat, man. The hat is all squished, man. I feel bad for it. I gotta get some glue.
Let's see what ridiculous topic we will have.
Come on, Cosmic.
Cosmic, please.
Please do it.
Oh God, you guys are gonna ruin my morning.
Face.
All right,
do it for the views.
You expected that.
With the people on hand.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
He's no different from the other days.
We got nothing saucy in here today. We got what we got?
Is everything appropriate? That's what I'm gonna care about.
Nothing saucy. We got favorite Michael Jackson song. That's what I got.
I haven't listened to Michael Jackson, so I can't answer that.
I am more into Queen.
Oh, I love Queen.
Yeah, my favorite Michael Jackson. I don't know. I'm just going to say Queen because I can't come up with any other one.
I put this in here. I don't know. Maybe like I don't know. There's a lot.
I know a lot of Michael Jackson songs, but I don't know them by their name.
Yeah,
I like
same.
History. I like Thriller. Fucking
I don't know any Michael Jackson songs.
Off the Wall is a good one. They're all very good.
Cosmo has done face review many times if you watched our previous podcasts.
Oh yeah, I've done face review for like the last 8 years. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I did one and I regret it.
The very old face reviews are the best ones.
The ones from like 2009.
Go to Cosmic old channel and make the filter oldest to newest.
That doesn't help if you don't tell them how to do
That's probably like the worst thing you can spend your time doing.
That would be something you could binge watch.
Regardless, let's get back on topic. Perfect.
He's talking about my old channel, by the way.
Let's get back on topic. So, anyone else has like a favorite Michael Jackson song? I don't have any because I don't know any.
You never heard Billie Jean?
No. I have no idea.
Where's the video?
Thriller.
Let's get back on topic, guys. Back on
Okay.
topic. We'll talk about
Cosmic,
this
where's the
free fall.
video?
Free fall.
Yeah.
What video?
Hey
Oh,
guys.
fuck off.
Yeah,
Back
you
on
know.
topic. Yo. Let's
I
get
I
know
back
know
on
that
you-
we should be hold you by this.
Guys.
Yeah.
Hey.
Why didn't you upload it still?
I'll
Hey.
do it. I'll do it.
Hey. Let's
You
get back on
better do
topic.
it.
Listen to Viper.
Come on. Get back on topic.
All right, what are we talking about?
We were talking about favorite Michael Jackson music.
What? We already
I
talked about it.
I think we
Oh.
moved.
Okay, we move on. All right, okay. All right, so next topic is discuss the protests and censorship in Venezuela. Well, I watched Philip DeFranco, so I heard like $12,000 of the currency is $1 USD, which is pretty insane.
Oh, nice.
We have a removal defender war in the chat, by the way.
Oh.
What?
Basically, what's currently the president of Venezuela tries to turn Venezuela into a socialist dictatorship.
Fun. Gotta love
Socialist
socialist
dictatorship.
dictatorships.
What will happen?
Dictatorship.
And also, like a couple of soldiers also made a video calling out for open protest for democracy, and those got also imprisoned by the government. So yeah.
I don't know where I saw that in my life. Totally not in here. I should shut up before I get
Yeah, don't say anything, dude. This
Don't
is not
say
good.
anything that could end you up in jail. Yeah.
Okay,
out.
let's move on.
This
We're
is so
out.
weird to say. I have to say this.
Move on.
No, we gotta say, we can say it. You just can't because you.
So yeah, socialist dictatorships are bad. And moral of the story:
Moral of the story:
Conservatism is
dictatorships are bad.
socialist dictatorships are bad.
Yeah, I don't know much about the situation in Venezuela to really say
but
anything
basically
intelligent
the
about it.
The people are for democracy, but the government isn't.
Yeah, and I think I don't know what I think because, like I said, I don't know much about this, so I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Anyone?
That's the best thing to do when you don't know
I
much.
have nothing to say because I don't know much about it.
Where's Patrick? You got anything to say?
The only thing I did is New Order Venezuela in the
Nah.
My Future of the World. Batman gave me that idea.
relevant again.
No.
All right,
What
so
about you, Chris?
then.
No, nothing to say. I know nothing, so I can't really say nothing.
Okay. All right. So next topic is North Korea's first successful nuclear test targeting Guam. First things first. Damn North Korea. I have nothing to say other than that. Damn North Korea.
I thought we could target all of
Yeah.
them. But I thought we
Always,
could target-
always. If I say anything about North, they're probably gonna shoot a nuke at me, and I'll probably die.
We should have added is Italy.
Basically, from what I've seen, is what happened that I don't know. I believe North Korea announced that they had their first successful nuclear rocket launch test, and that could reach overseas territories of the US. Then I believe Trump said that they are going like
Iron
I
Fury.
can't quote him exactly, but basically threatened North Korea, and after that, North Korea threatened the
Yeah, I
USA
see.
to nuke
And
Guam.
then the US is gonna threaten them
I
again.
believe the Minister of Defense of the USA also said that he wants to exterminate Kim Jong-un and his people.
Oh,
God.
Oh.
That's what
You know,
they're
what-
saying.
you know one thing. You know one
It
thing.
was
Sanity.
You know
my
one
source
thing-
is Die Welt, a German website, news website.
You know what? You know what? Something says North Korea. Didn't Kim Jong Un like a few years ago announced we are ready for nuclear war, and now they say that again. So I'm not
We
sure if it's
answered-
nothing.
This, for me, it comes like over like a child argument. The one insults the other when the other starts to insult the other one.
It's just Trump's
Right.
Just,
talk.
just like that,
Trash
both
talk.
these children are capable of sending nuclear warheads to each other.
no, wait. I know
It's
what
just
this is like.
Trump and Kim Jong Un having a fucking dick measuring contest while millions of lives are on the goddamn line. It's such
What the
a
hell? Come on.
Wait, this is just like France and Germany. They were like children in 1871 and to 1990.
1871. I thought it was.
So
I thought it was Ace 870, 840. You know, France and not France. West Francia, East Francia.
What?
Thought that was a problem.
They were probably childish back then too. They were definitely childish back then.
Well, the thing is, this is possibly the last episode of MapperCast as the Kim Jong-un.
Oh yeah, this is the last episode of
Oh,
MapperCast.
yeah, let's hope.
Yeah,
Let's
goodbye,
let's
guys.
We don't all die.
like we had this idea of MapperCon. Why don't we do it now on Guam?
MapperCast.
Everybody kill themselves. That sounds.
What the hell, man? Come on, guys.
We are going to
If he's gonna do that, he's gonna have to target 8 locations.
Yeah, we're going to have a podcast in Guam, and then here we can see the North Korean nuclear warhead heading for the island.
God.
I'm not gonna be there. I'm gonna be busy paying off.
So yeah, that's the last episode of MapperCast. Have a good day.
And the only guy that's there is only bro.
World War III.
We gotta pray that the leaders of China and Russia will not overreact. It's their steady hands, honestly, at this point, that are gonna either save.
The funny thing is, Germany still has an embassy in North Korea.
Oh my
The
god!
only aside from China,
It's like,
and we also have an North Korean embassy in Germany.
even if this didn't result in World War III, it would still result in unbelievable catastrophe. Let's say North Korea shoots at Guam. They land off the coast of Guam as is intended. America's going to strike on them. That's what we said we do, because smart decisions by competent leadership. So they're going to hit someplace in Korea. Then Korea's going to hit Seoul, South Korea, and Tokyo, Japan. Millions will die. And even if you don't care about other people, imagine what will happen to the world economy if Seoul and Tokyo are in flames. Imagine, it would be an economic collapse unlike
To be
any
honest,
before.
I wouldn't be like go mad over this, but because of just the pure whole situation, I probably would just facepalm me and think, what has humanity come to?
Well,
And then
we all
slowly
know-
rise up again and go to the toilet or something like that.
Okay.
I think one thing is for sure is U.S. like you said, they're ready to shoot down any missiles. I think the problem, except for Japan and South Korea, I don't think they're ready. But regardless, even if all the missiles get shot down, that's still going to impact the world in some way. Maybe not maybe the total amount of deaths is limited, but whatever it does to the environment of the world will forever be there.
Well,
Yeah,
this
it's
topic
gonna be
is
disaster.
just like this.
So it's not
If
just like
China
that.
and Russia loses full
But
side,
my mother compared this whole thing to the Cuba crisis because she's
It's just
still
like
alive. Yeah.
It's like that, but both of the countries are run by 3-year-olds. It's like, imagine that. Imagine the
Yeah.
Cuban Missile Crisis, but it's
Panic.
but under this leadership. It's just it's unimaginable. It's like
Let's have an SJV on top of the USSR and like a Nazi on the US or something like that.
The hell?
I know how to say what this topic is all about. China and Russia loses itself, and the hell will break itself.
it's like I get angry. Like a few days ago, I posted like, "Oh, this situation it's bad," and then people say, "Oh, what are you worried about? U.S. has the best missile defense system." It's not just about that, dude. Even if we shoot down the missiles, millions are still gonna die, and we're gonna go bankrupt paying.
And
for
the economy is going to be affected, and the environment. So
North Korea has, their military isn't that technologically advanced at all, but their army is like unfathomably huge.
but the thing is,
So this would be the first time that the nation would try to start using nuclear weapons on people again since.
Oh yeah, it's horrible.
I think it's just a wait and see game.
In
It's just a
Japan.
wait and see game. If it depends on who strikes first. If North Korea strikes first, well, don't expect support from Russia and China. But
Probably
if US
North
strikes
Korea.
first, then China and Russia is going to intervene.
The U.S. better not strike first, because then we're fucked. That's it.
Your reputation will be ruined.
So ridiculous.
I just hope it's like Trump.
That'll be it. If we
That's
nuke
Trump.
them,
Hopefully
then-
Trump doesn't do something stupid like fire nuclear missiles on North Korea and then trigger China and Russia and who knows, Pakistan, Iran's gonna get involved, and then Israel's gonna get involved, and everyone's gonna get involved, and then we're gonna all die. And then the last episode is this episode after I said that because Trump told us to do it.
No, guys, but you don't understand. Hillary Clinton sent an email. We can't have her. No, it's not acceptable.
Well, we can't. Well, all right. How do we let these two get into top? I have no idea.
God almighty.
I mean, I like the fact that Trump wants to be friends with Russia, Putin. Like, I think that's a good start to a good world. But in terms of political standards, I do not want to go into the political stuff. I just peace for the whole world.
Trump's been doing a shitty job of it. Everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Trump's president now. Now we'll have a good relationship with Russia." What has happened since we passed sanctions on Russia and they expelled all our diplomats? Wow, what a great relationship. That's really going to ease international tensions. Really did it, Trump. I swear to Christ, man.
Well, so if Turkey renames to Ottomans, then that's problems. Okay. Ottoman Turkey.
Gosh.
It's like not Ottoman Empire, it's Ottoman Turkey. We just decide to rename our country to Ottoman Turkey because we can.
I mean, then the family in exile in Europe can come back.
Yeah, totally. I don't think that's gonna happen, but regardless, I think this topic is getting long. But nuclear missile, I think we should move on. All right, next the solar eclipse, everyone. August 21st. Hopefully, North Korea won't strike on that day. Chris, this does not apply to you and Rat as well. This probably only applies to Cosmic and Batman.
Yeah, well, it's rainy here in Germany anyway, so I wouldn't see it anyway if it would be.
I'm in the Far East. How would it apply to me?
Yeah.
I mean, like minor Asia.
If North Korea would strike on this day, they probably would propagate on North Korean TV. We have blocked out the sun in the US.
No,
how symbolic though? Like,
Kim Jong is the supreme leader of the world. You know it.
Supreme God Emperor.
Okay, solar eclipse. So you guys know what a solar eclipse is, right?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So here's something like I read about it. Like it seems like during a solar eclipse, unless the sun is 100% blocked by the moon, it's dangerous to look at the eclipse because I think it blind you.
It's also dangerous to look at it when it's totally blocked. You need like special glass with.
Yeah. You need like special glass. Not sunglasses. You need like specific type of sunglasses that works. I think it'll be interesting to look at it, but I'm not sure what taking a picture of it will be.
I had seen one partial one like a couple of years ago. But I still find lunar eclipses much more interesting because the moon just turns totally red, like a blood moon.
Oh, blood moon. I never seen a blood moon. Oh yeah, I think I've seen a blood moon. I'm not sure. I've seen like a moon that's like not exactly white. It's like reddish. Orange.
That's a
reddish.
That's a blood moon, really? I think that's a blood moon. I thought it was red and orange.
There have been all these interesting like cosmic events in the last couple of years, and I always tell myself, "Well, I'll go out and see that. That'll be interesting." I never do. I always forget. It's really.
I wanted to see like there was a comet rain yesterday, but the problem was it was all clouded.
Another thing is like Canada will probably not see it, but then from Victoria they will see like 91% eclipse, and I'm not sure about where I am, but like Halifax will see 55% of the eclipse, and I think USA, those in the area will see 100% of it. And the solar eclipse I think lasts like 2 hours. The full eclipse probably lasts like 8 minutes. So I'm not sure. I mean, I watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, where there was a solar eclipse where Firebender loses all the powers, so I kind of got an idea what solar eclipse is. And then there's lunar eclipse. Is lunar eclipse where the sun is in front of the moon?
No, that's when the Earth, like when the moon is directly in the I don't know what's called in English, in the shadow of Earth. And if it's a partial one, then the moon is like slightly orange, and when it's a total one, it's like red to blood red.
Okay, if it's orange, if the moon is orange, that's a lunar eclipse?
That's a partial lunar eclipse, I think.
But then maybe I've seen a partial lunar eclipse, not a red moon.
There was a partial lunar eclipse a couple of days ago, I believe.
Like in Canada, sometimes I see the moon is like orange-ish, so I think that's a lunar eclipse. Okay, maybe lunar eclipse is more common than solar eclipse. Because solar eclipse, I think the next one's in 2024, if I recall. Like after the 21st, so we'll be seeing.
Yeah, well, the last.
Yeah. Well, you guys won't be seeing it, Europeans and Turkish, I guess.
Well, there was a solar eclipse in Europe a couple of years ago. So.
I'm not sure. I don't know if there's a solar eclipse in Europe, but there was one in the United States coming right now, according to NASA. Hopefully they aren't bluffing. It isn't some North Korean propaganda. And then they fired nuclear missiles on during the solar eclipse. And everyone thinks the solar eclipse was actually a nuclear missile, and boom, and they were all dying. The MapperCast has ended.
Okay.
But that's not something to joke around, so please don't quote me. Okay. Anyone else want to add anything about solar eclipse?
No.
Well, really, since we won't see it.
Alright. It's like half the people here are Europeans. And so Cosmic and Baron are the only ones in America, and I'm the Canadian. So The series is not here,
Nice.
so that's it. All right, so next
Yes.
topic is probably Chris and Rat's favorite topic. Discuss Germany's hate speech laws and Italian proposed laws on hate speech. Well,
I have
since
no
I have
idea.
nothing to say, you guys can talk.
Me neither. I'm out.
I mean,
I'm out. I'm in rage.
Bye.
there's nothing we can
First-
argue
Bye.
about.
Have a great time.
First of all, you have to explain it, Chris, because I still didn't understand the Italian.
Okay, it all started with a beach. A beach opened in the Veneto region of Italy, which was a fascist-inspired beach, and pretty much the government got pissed about that they're making money off,
Wait.
fascism.
A fascist-inspired beach?
Well, it's kind of like,
Wow.
yeah, it's like it's law and order, no chaos, you know what I mean, right?
I guess it's a little weird.
And pretty much, well, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's not like you do that, you die. It's like they want to keep order, and like there are like a lot of rules you gotta keep, and they want to keep it clean and fine, that kind of stuff. Yes, but pretty much the government got pissed about that.
Only Italians are allowed to enter the beach.
I mean, no, but I mean, there's one thing that I would recall what you're getting with this. In Italy, I don't know if this happens in every Mediterranean beach or any beach at all, but in Italy, there's a lot of, let me say, foreigners who usually disturb people on the beach by selling them cheap stuff. And pretty much, a lot of people like this beach. They don't allow those people in the beach. I'm not saying it's only for Italians. I'm just saying if you want to disturb people by selling stuff, you're not welcome.
Yeah, right,
Anyway,
the Thailand military regime is currently doing that.
Anyway, so pretty much the government did not like that. Although no one really complained. Not because I'm not saying because they approve of fascism. They just liked the beach. Nothing else. They just liked it was clean. There was order. No one was disturbing them, so they liked the beach anyway. So the Italian government proposed a law in some kind of hate speech. You cannot really. Like, I got really confused about it too. But what I got was that pretty much. You cannot like make money out of fascism or Benito Mussolini, and we're trying to like, and then
What has this to do with the beach?
So did the beach brand itself as like a fascist beach, or was that just like what people said?
Well, they did not call themselves fascist, but it was pretty obvious that it was inspired by fascism. But it started.
Well, what right did they have black flags everywhere?
Well, there's a lot of quotes, fascist quotes, and then like in one of the like main, like not really headquarters, but the main room of the beach where like the staff is a lot of pictures of Benito Mussolini. And
Well, then there you go.
Okay, then
There you go.
I understand.
and the owner of the beach is a fascist in itself. Anyways, it's not only about the beach. I'm saying the beach was the one who started this whole controversy. There's a lot of other stuff which is similar to this. Anyway,
So was this a privately owned beach, or was it something set up by local government? What was the deal?
I think it was privately owned.
All right. Well, then it's private. If it's privately, then the government has no business.
Yeah,
saying
but they want to like propose a hate speech, so they cannot institute something or get money for something that is about fascism or Benito Mussolini or some other stuff. You cannot like buy like a shirt with Benito Mussolini's face on it, something like that.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking stupid.
Anyway, so pretty much a lot of parties, both on the left, the center, and the right, protested against this. I mean, the main reason was because they felt like this is really stupid. There's like a lot of like stuff that's like happening in Italy that we need to focus on, not about this stupid fascist shit. Like guys, Italy's not becoming fascist anytime soon, so maybe we should start, worrying about other stuff. And there were some right wingers who were like, "Why should fascism be banned when communism and blah blah blah," stuff like that. But I don't really know what happened to it. I never heard from it again, but I'm pretty sure it didn't get passed.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
The private market should be able to do anything. I mean, if it's like a local government sort of deal setting up this fascist beach, then yeah, I think the government has all the rights in the world to say we don't want to be associated with fascism.
I could agree on that, but if it's privately owned,
Yeah, if there's one thing that I'm still proud of in America is that we have like the most bomb diggity free speech laws. You can say, do whatever you want as long as you're not threatening the life of another person. Which I think that's how it should be everywhere. Like, say whatever you fucking want. I don't care. You should always have the legal right to say that. People can disagree with that. That's something like people will say, "Oh, you disagree with me. You're fucking infringing on my free speech." That's not what that is. But I don't know. The government has no place in telling you what you can and can't say.
But I was pretty surprised that a lot on the left was protecting this, or protecting his speech too. But their argument was that that fascism and Benito Mussolini has been, like, we cannot deny that Benito Mussolini and fascism has been kind of a big thing in recent modern Italian history. And I think it's stupid to just erase a part of Italy's history. Germany. Yeah, that's.
We are not erasing it. You are still allowed to show all the stuff for education. So.
Yeah, so
basically, the reason why we have this law, the law basically prohibits you from advocating mass murder and all that stuff.
Still,
I mean, I get some of the laws.
Banning Nazi symbols, and I think in Germany, the situation is kind of understandable because from foreigners, pretty much, if they know something about Germany, then most likely it's going to be Hitler because that's what they are getting taught in history class. And because there's still a substantial problem with neo-Nazis here, and I wouldn't really like when people come with Nazi flags on the streets. I wouldn't really like it because already the swastika is for us Germans. It doesn't really trigger us, but it's
but
deeply troubling.
Well,
but
Merkel is now after rats. That's for sure.
But I mean, if you're a democratic nation, you should have your own thoughts, right? If you're a democratic nation.
But there's a difference between free speech and advocating to abolish free speech and all that, and kill people, and advocate mass murder, and deny facts, like denying the Holocaust is illegal in Germany.
It depends. Like,
you can't play COD.
I think there's a difference between advocating and actually doing something about it. Because I mean, if some Nazis was rebelling in some German city, then I guess it would make sense to put it down. But like if they're just saying what they think, I don't think at least we can have a democratic.
There's a group who doesn't recognize the current German Republic and think they still live in the Third Reich. And those people actually studies have shown that they are armed, they have guns and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's another story. Like, there's a difference between actually people not recognizing their own government and having weapons and stuff. They're from people
They also have whole clans, like inhabiting suburbs, and they are quite well organized. So I think this law in Germany makes sense.
I mean, still though, but just because a few people means you have to be affected by this.
I can see United for an underground group. I shouldn't be talking about that. I forgot what I was going to say. What about does Germany ban Hitler rants parodies?
They are not. On YouTube, they aren't banned. It's a little bit thing because it's a little bit hazy, but the law, but it also allows you to use Nazi symbols for art. But this law is really hazy, and what is really considered art and all that is, well.
I guess they consider Hitler rants parodies.
Well, we can still watch them here, so. But I think the most famous example of that would be the Indiana Jones movie, where the swastika was regardless of the law shown, and it was legal.
What about the Transformers 5 movie? They showed the Transformers taking on Nazi Germany.
Yeah, well, I have no idea.
Okay, like here's a big reason why this law in Germany is stupid. I mean, it's not completely stupid. It's taking
the only reason when you're going to understand this when you have lived for Germany in all your life. Foreigners can't really understand it when we have this.
I mean, but like this thing with whole hearts fire forward, like in Germany, like Hitler's portrait is blurred. That's so stupid.
Yeah, that was a decision from Paradox Interactive, not from the German government.
Yeah, but why did they do it?
I have no idea. I think the portrait of Hitler they could still show, but with the swastika they would have gotten problems. But
yeah, the swastika obviously,
but not with the portrait of Hitler.
I mean, at least from what I heard when I watched like one YouTube video about it, this is about the German government, but I might be wrong about this. Who knows?
The Paradox Interactive, basically, as far as I understood, made this as a precaution so they wouldn't get any trouble. But I think this was a bit of too much of one.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because Hitler himself is not banned, quite obviously.
Hitler was a good guy.
Only Nazis.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Mindria, no, the German secret police will get you, Mindria.
Oh shit.
Please can
I'm still allowed to talk about him. I'm allowed to discuss about him. The German police is not as harsh as the Turkish one.
So I have a question. If I'm just curious right now, if I went in the middle streets of Berlin right now and made a Nazi salute, would I get in trouble?
What? I didn't understand it acoustically.
If I went to, let's say that I go to Berlin, I'm like middle of the street and do a Nazi salute, would I get in trouble?
If someone sees you and reports you to police, you will very likely would go to jail for from 3 up to 6 years.
What?
No.
And the sad thing about it is that it's actually longer than rapists, than the punishment you get when you rape. At best, you get there into jail for 2 years or something like that.
I thought they would deport
you. Only go to jail for 2 years for rape.
No, I thought you'd be deported from Germany.
Only if you don't. Yeah, how you want to deport people with German citizenship?
Wait.
No,
So,
like, what if Chris doesn't have
I mean,
like German citizenship?
Okay. Well, in this scenario, I have a German. I'm German. I'm a German citizen.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wait,
then
how
you would get
long?
into
Wait,
jail.
how long? Wait, how long you go to jail for rape?
Yeah,
What?
2 or 3 years, I believe.
2 or 3 years? That's really fucking short, man.
See, that's stupid. This way,
In America, I don't know how many years, but I'm pretty sure it's longer than 2 years.
now I want to ask, and I already know the answer.
Like 13 years or something.
I already know the answer for this question, but I ask it anyway.
I'm sorry. My mic has been muted. Right, you're saying if you do a Nazi salute, you get 3 years in prison?
No, 6 years was it? Oh.
6?
Yeah, but usually you for like if you behave good, you easily get some years cut off.
What the fuck? That is years in prison. I mean, I'd expect like maybe a week at most for that.
See, this is what I mean by this law being stupid. It's coming from a democratic nation. I know you have a bad history and all, but Jesus fucking Christ.
I get it to a certain extent in Germany.
Yeah, but if an American tourist would come to Germany, the first thing he sees are Nazi symbols, then what? Then he would think, wow, I guess we didn't defeat them after all.
I mean, obviously you should get some punishment or something, but 6 years?
They still go out
like,
in the streets. They just
that's
see what is allowed.
right there, dude.
I'm not saying this law should be abolished. I'm saying the law is overreacting, over-exaggerating. It should not be abolished completely, but maybe tone it down a bit.
I mean,
For example, the Nazi Party in Germany just called themselves National Democrats. And basically everyone acknowledged that they were a Nazi party. Everyone other than their politicians. And secretly they did, but publicly they didn't.
so in Turkey, if like, let's say someone raped like a person, and if the judge believes it, you can get from 3 years to 8 years.
Yeah, well, but I've heard also that in the Arabian states, if you don't have clear evidence that you were raped, then like there was this case when a woman from the US, I believe, was sexually harassed in the UAE, and she wanted to get them to court. Then actually the government of the UAE wanted to kill her. I don't know if they still stone or if they just would hang her or something like that, because she accused someone of rape. I think the laws we have here are quite decent compared to like some other places.
Yeah, but you're a Western democratic nation. Like if I went to Rome right now and I did a Roman salute, nothing would happen to me.
I think because it's not that strict. The Roman salute is not as serious as what
Hitler is considered in the world as the most evil person that ever lived. If that was really true, it's a different story, but it's recognized as this.
Wait. Do you have the Nazi and the Roman salute or literally the same thing?
Yes, they are. And
Yes,
also, if you notice, the Nazis also stole the Roman eagle.
Yeah, I know.
They are quite often inspired by the Romans, I believe. They also claimed that the Romans were Aryans and the Greeks too.
Weren't they planning, like the Hitler, that place Hitler wanted to build? Wasn't it like inspired by Rome?
I thought the Roman salute was
when
praised.
they said Ave Caesar, then they basically did the same thing.
Wait, Chris, I thought the Roman salute is praised in Italy, and but the Nazi was not praised. That's probably a difference.
I mean, because
Rome is well into Italian history, right? And that's like.
I mean,
considered good history, while what Germany did, Nazi Germany did, was a dark history. I think that's
surely if Hitler and Nazi Germany never became a thing, I think the Roman salute would be allowed. But since the Roman salute, like generally in public, is they think it's a Nazi salute because obviously the Nazi used it. So yeah, no, it's not a good thing anymore.
Well, I guess there's another argument because people say the swastika is used in other things like I don't know Finland and the Hindu symbol or something.
Yeah, also the Hindu symbols are also illegal here.
It's like a plague now that's infected something good, which is I think it's a common problem in the world. It's like let's say if like a specific country did something bad, they blame the whole country and everyone in it. Like like Iraq, the United States, and Bush. Like people tend to blame the entire United States for it.
That's what people love to do.
Like the Hindu sun also because it just looks like a swastika also is illegal, which is a bit of dumb, I believe, because you can clearly distinguish them. Because like the Hindu wheel has like dots and then swastika hasn't. So, yeah.
But then there's other things where they use swastika, like in Finland. I think in the specific army had like that symbol, and then I think
one American basketball team also had the swastika on their triggers.
That would be nice to see a basketball team with a swastika. Jesus.
Yeah, it was pre-World War II and Hitler, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think this topic is getting a little bit long, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think should we move on?
Yeah, sure, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. All right, guys. Now, I'm sure you guys have been waiting for this. Discuss if MapperCast should have a Discord. Well, I'm going to give my first opinion since I am the host. I have some. I'm going to say yes and no. What I like about a Discord is that we could actually change the way we organize these podcasts. Like, we can have a Discord where, like, let's say we have a fan winner, they can go in a Discord and post their fan requests on the Discord. And that way, we don't have to go looking for it. As well as the Mapper winner, they can just, like, we can, like, give them a row, the Mapper winner, and list all Mapper winners and fan winners. And I think we can actually be a little bit more organized in the Discord. The downside is, like, the management. Like, I'm already managing, you guys know I'm probably managing my own Discord right now. I'm probably not that active as the moderators, but it's still a pain. I'm just worried about how we're going to organize this. Like, I don't know if Cosmic or anyone's going to join.
I mean, is this a community thing? Like, I know there are just.
It's like a chat. It's like a chat. It's like a chat. Because
I
don't create multiple channels, and
I don't use Discord. So if you guys want to use that to
it's kind of like TeamSpeak and Skype combined.
Yeah, and mine brought this idea up.
And the servers are for free.
Yeah,
I never got why people fucking switch. I just always preferred Skype.
The thing is, I love Skype like so, but the thing is, as I told Microsoft screwed me over, and I'm stuck on Skype on my phone. I can't use Skype on the computer because all the versions of the Skype doesn't work.
Yep. With voice,
I'm too lazy to fix it. So, well, it's not like a simple fix. It's a very difficult fix, and I don't want to break my computer. So.
With voice chat, I always prefer TeamSpeak, but the one thing that bothered me about TeamSpeak was that servers had to be paid, and with Discord they are for free.
Discord, I don't think we'll be using we're still going to use the Hangouts when we're doing the live streams. I don't think it's going to be a problem. The Discord, we can just use that for, like say we can create a channel where people can talk about MapperCast and stuff, or talk about all the topics, or even talk about the latest live stream, like the latest podcast. Yeah, and then we're gonna have like rows. We give Mapper winners a row, like they were Mapper winners, so we know if they won before, and as well as a fan winner where the fans can post their fan requests in the fan request channel, and then from there we'll be good. But the problem with that is the management, and another problem is if people are going to actually join. That's the thing. Like, I feel like we could be more organized with a Discord, but to manage the Discord server, like let's say if a problem erupts, who's going to handle it? Like, I have to manage my own.
I think having people submit the fan requests there might be a little. I don't know, because some of the fan requests we get aren't from seasoned people who know what Discord is and all that stuff. A lot of it is just from regular people, and I don't know. They would have to do whatever, make an account, and find the thing. It might be a little.
Well, Discord you don't have to make an. Well, I don't think you have to make an account, but you do have to make an account if you want to save everything you've done.
I do think it's a little just more intuitive to have people comment it. But whatever.
I don't know. Mine brought the idea of a Discord. Maybe he should mention why do you guys want a MapperCast Discord?
I mean, maybe if we have a what's it called MapperCast Discord, we can maybe interact better with our fans or something. I don't know, like
Yeah.
that.
That's the main point.
For example, with the darks, it would make it more convenient because we could just pin them. So we don't have to repost them all the time to the chat.
Well, I kind of want to keep it confidential until. Well, I guess it's true. We keep confidential until we go live.
Yeah.
Problem is now you have to access the Discord on the links below.
I mean, it would do more good than bad. I don't see why we should not.
I think because the main problem is to manage it. Like I'm already managing my own Discord, and there's already a lot of problems. And I leave it for the moderators to do. But I don't think we're gonna be having moderators for the MapperCast Discord, unless you guys want one. I mean, it's gonna be all 8 of us gonna be moderating it, and then we're not exactly moderators. We're just MapperCasts.
I've never taken care of a Discord group.
I mean, I made you a Groy role, like which is an IT role. I know you never talk, and no one says you have to talk anyway. But
yeah, I know. Anyway, like I will say,
I give you the MapperCast role, but that's just the MapperCast role. It doesn't do anything; just shows your MapperCast and random mapping as well.
I never have managed Discord chat, but is it really that hard to do it?
Well, it depends. Like there's some people that raid servers, but like.
Well, when I helped,
yes, I know you and your experience.
When I helped Imperial setting up his Discord, it wasn't really that hard. You just have to like assign the roles, do like the safety things and all that, and then after that maybe install some bots and all that stuff.
Yeah, bots. Yeah, I had trouble configuring bots. Hopefully, I have some experience with it, but still.
Once you learn it, it's pretty easy actually.
I think the only bots we're gonna have is probably Salted, which is the moderator bot, and maybe I'm not gonna have me 6 because screw the levels. And, I don't want to turn into like another Void Viper Discord. Right? This is just for MapperCast only, so I don't want to go too extreme with it.
I personally think Discord for MapperCast is a good idea because it could give our fans updates and stuff.
Yeah, better than Twitter. Right? Yeah, we're always.
It's basically inactive.
Or we just refunction Void Viper's Discord as a MapperCast Discord.
No, we can't. No, that's not gonna happen. There's too much clutter already, so I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I can would have in Discord with moderators and all that stuff.
Well, I can say that the Void Viper Discord is related to MapperCast, but it's not the official MapperCast Discord. That's what I'm gonna say. So what do you guys think? Okay, those in the comments, in the chat. You guys think we should have a MapperCast Discord or not?
We can do what?
You think you guys think we should have a MapperCast Discord? And if you think we do, would you join it? That's another thing.
We could do
a straw poll for this.
No, it's not about how many people want it. I just want to see what people. It's about what people think about it. It's not about whether they say yes or no.
People just get back comments with capitalism. I don't know what's happening anymore.
I don't know. Sure, make a Mac. Some people, people are like yes, but they don't say why. Yes. I'm more concerned about why.
Four of those are from the same person, so.
only one said no, so.
I would support the idea and also join it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
Would you guys be active on it? That's another thing. Because Cosmic, I know you say you're new to it and you never joined my Discord. And Chris, I never seen you on. I see you online, but I don't see you chat. And Batman, I never seen you on. Mine is active. I've seen Alp there. I've seen
the reason why I don't really write on your Discord is because just the things your community writes about doesn't interest me.
Yeah. I know that. But I'm saying I guess it's true when we're talking MapperCast. We're not gonna create another Void Viper Discord for MapperCast. We're just gonna have very simple Malcolm Merlin.
I think we could. I think it would be pretty active.
If you guys don't know what I meant by Malcolm Merlin, it's basically a scam baiting channel on YouTube. Yes, I'm giving. Well, it's not related to mapping. So just saying. I joined their Discord because I like seeing them trolling scammers. Yeah. Okay, so if that is the case, maybe we should create it right now.
Yeah, let's do it right now.
Let's do it right now. Then let's move to the free for all and taking questions while I set up the new Discord for MapperCast.
Hey, Viper, you should let me host too.
What do you okay, so. Alright guys, so free for all time. So you guys can talk about anything, answer questions, Q&A, and all that. why I set up the new MapperCast.
Can you even ask questions? Aren't you like in the MapperCast?
Give us the question.
No,
Cosmic-
I will not twerk again.
Yes, yes.
Viper wouldn't allow that.
Look, I already have the storm cloud of that fucking Michael Jackson dance. I have that. It's just over my head, and it has
Half naked.
Okay. I have actually a serious question. AN asks, "Want to do a charity MapperCast episode sometime in the future?"
I believe if we would do that, nobody would donate.
I would like to do it, but the thing is, like, how much do you think we would actually get raised?
And then, okay, we got $1 from OnlyBro.
Guys, want to do charity MapperCast episode sometime in the future?
I mean, even if we donated to a charity that doubles what you give, we'd probably just be able to give, like, maybe $10 at most. Which I guess maybe that's something. I don't know.
I mean, maybe if in the future we get a bigger viewership, maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I will not twerk it.
There's plenty of footage.
There's plenty of.
Yeah, there's
You know, I'm just gonna copy the rules from my Discord.
Oh yeah, you're.
There's a serious question.
Sapphire,
What is more fun to read about, World War I or World War II?
Well,
Think it's every day, bro. No, dead meme. Rethink your life.
Damn them haters.
I only read about World War II, so I guess I would choose World War II then.
I would say World War I because World War II is just too much we know about already.
I mean, I have a World War book, but I still haven't read it yet.
I'm quite sure that my school skipped World War I in history class.
Wait, what?
No, yeah, it's dead. It's every day, bro. Died faster than Harambe did. It's terrible.
Would you eat Trump ass while being fucked by Obama?
Okay, can we? I mean, no.
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 Hammer Chris, are you a real villain? I am the hero of the story, obviously. Not the
You
villain.
are the
Anyone
hero that
in the
equally-
future of MapperCast?
We
Ooh,
won't
good
be
question.
answering any questions that involve dead memes, okay?
Jesus Christ. Okay, no, okay.
But he said in the future.
Before this gets any worse, do not answer mean questions. It's exploding.
Yeah.
If you're gonna put a shitty meme question, at least put like, come up with something. Be creative. Use some hate. Use some brain power.
Water
Just like
dome.
post something you saw on Twitter. It's funny because Jake Paul, get it? It's relevant. No more. Come on. I get it. Jake Paul's a douche. Nobody likes him. I've heard it a million times the last 2 months. Come on. Enough.
I probably will not watch a series.
What are your favorite mappers right now?
Better watch mapping. Who are your favorite?
I would say the god himself, Irradiate. Praise.
I barely watch any mappers. I guess I would say Imperial Mapping.
My favorite mapper is World Viper.
Do I like
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess I can say it's red for me.
I just said facts.
That's funny. At least that's
I guess
funny.
I can say it's red for me.
Mysterious said, I don't know, he said he has to like pick pumpkins or something. I think that's what he said. Something like that. It's weird.
I guess he enjoys the pumpkins.
I'm still saying of a
I
Discord,
hope so.
if you know what I'm talking
Viper,
about.
send me the link.
I'm not. I can send it. I'm still saying it up, man. Sandwich.
What is YIF?
Why is
Cotter,
Can
Mysterious-
someone
Mysterious
explain
so
me what West
mysterious?
Virginian is meaning? With Cosmic, do you like YIF?
I don't know what YIF. I think YIF is like gay furry porn or something.
What?
It's a fucking
Why?
FNAF joke or some shit.
First question, why do you know that?
Because it's I don't know. People mention it. I'm not looking at gay furry porn. If that's what you're saying.
No, well, never. I would rather have freaking anarchism in Italy than communism.
Wait, what? You rather have anarchism than communism?
Yes.
That's
Yeah, I would.
fucking stupid.
Yeah, with anarchism, you at least have to.
Isn't
freedom to
communism
do anything
technically
what you fucking
anarchism?
Want.
No, that's under anarchism. You fucking die. Someone comes in your house and murders you.
I think
Well, but
communism
like
also
communism,
bad.
you're oppressed. You can't do anything. While
I'll
with
take
anarchism,
communism because at least I'll be alive.
No, I won't.
with
I'd
anarchism,
rather fight.
If
I'd
I-
rather fight for my life.
If my douche neighbor ran over my wheat field again, then I can just shoot him.
That's not a world I want to live in.
And the communism, if I would do that, I would be sent to a gulag or something like that.
Then just don't shoot anybody.
I would have defend myself with like in my house and just being dragged away and starved to death.
Because I can also say it's because my my mother once had a boyfriend who was in the East German equivalent of a concentration camp. So yeah.
Communism.
COD or Battlefield 1.
I know it. Chris.
Socialism, everybody.
You have to add V6 spot on the.
Chris, you betrayed. Why would I like the Pope?
I'll help you set up, Jesus.
As MapperCast, I really want to see it. Like I've seen all Rick and Morty. I fucking love the show. I want to see it, but Verizon has shut off my cable the last like 2 weeks, and I can't access 90% of websites, so I can't go to Adult Swim to fucking watch it.
What do you mean? Wait, did net neutrality pass already? I mean, they already shut down?
I think so. I can't.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I thought it's still ongoing.
It's time to spoil for Cosmic. So Cosmic.
No. I will leave. I will leave.
I'm kidding. I haven't watched the first season yet.
Did it get removed? I didn't hear anything. Or at least I don't know. I've been looking.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it got removed. If they did it, they probably did it under the radar, but I don't know.
Oh, I know. The FCC adds 2 weeks to comment period on net neutrality policies. I don't think it's over yet. I think it's still.
It's being retarded. Chris, you betrayed Mussolini.
This retarded.
You were a commie.
Are black people real?
I swear to God.
Stop answering these questions.
Stop answering questions.
Well, I respect that one because at least it's a joke. It's not like, do you like Harambe? It's like an actual thing.
What?
Like Harambe and Jake Paul Harambe, funny, Pepe, haha. But that one's actually funny. I like that one.
Well,
Our black people real is at least a joke. I like it.
Help. At least, you know who else was a commie before he was fascist? Mussolini. So stop what you're saying. Chris, you betrayed Mussolini. You were a commie. Shut up. No one cares.
Fun Mussolini fact. He battled a lion. But before the battle, he let he removed the teeth.
Yeah, I know.
Great job. Badass. 10 out of 10.
Well, I think it was a good idea, At least
Also, he promised everyone he's going to come to power violently. Then he got, I think, through. Didn't he ask like the king, prime minister, or something like that?
After actually.
Rad, you know nothing. Rad, what did he? All his supporters marched on over Italy, demanding that Mussolini came to power, and if it didn't, the Mussolini civil war. And the king was like, "Shit!" And then they put Mussolini in power.
Ugh.
Didn't then the people hate Mussolini for him, and then he did a crude installation on TV of a coup?
What?
Wait, Hitler.
Like a documentary I watched.
Wait, Hitler also tried something like this, didn't he? In 1923.
I'm so confused now.
He tried a coup in like 1926 or something like that, and then got into prison. And because of the laws in Germany, he could become politician again.
Oh yeah, and by the way, that march that Hitler did, it was inspired by Mussolini. So actually, I think I should post about that.
Hitler did were incinerated.
He got it from Stalin. Yes, he got it from Stalin. Cosmic, it was a good choice to remove that comment.
Thank you. It was just so dumb. I'm so tired of it. I'm gonna say penis and butt and poop over and over again. It's gonna be funny. Like that's the whole joke.
One was late. You put this.
No offense,
okay.
Ken.
Guys, come on, actual questions.
Oh man, setting up the server is hard.
No, it's not.
Yeah, no.
People ask Cosmic, can you Google homage to Catalonia?
Homage to Catalonia. I think I know what that is. It's like the thing where they all like went anarchic for like a month, and it worked out for some reason. I think I'm right. I don't know.
Nobody has been able to figure this out. Who the fuck discovered America? I think it's Captain Church, but I'm not sure.
Captain Crunch.
The Vikings or the Phoenicians.
Captain Church.
Kirk.
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, this is amazing questions right here.
See ya, Crafton Box. Thanks for tuning in.
Do you guys think Vojvodina or Kosovo should be independent?
Kosovo is Serbian.
Kosovo is independent.
I
mean,
it's
why
funny
would-
that you say that when there's a picture on Twitter of you where you salute to the Kosovo national anthem.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kosovo much?
I'm allowed to switch sides. I'm allowed. I'm allowed to switch sides. Oh yeah, the good old days.
Milk pleasure.
You prove your side.
Oh my god, when I ate that cold pasta, it was a nightmare.
You said it's not going to be that bad if it's pasta. So.
Yeah, but I was wrong.
Then he started to die.
Then I threw up when I drank milk for some
We're
reason.
just going to put this out. Do we have questions for the Mapper and fan winner?
Oh no, we don't.
Oh no.
I was going.
Oh, no.
I was gonna make them last night, but I decided to stay up till 8 a.m. playing Super Mario Galaxy. So that
Wow.
was the choice I made.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Well then.
United Nations. They need to be 100% more involved. They haven't done
Yeah,
shit.
they are kind of useless.
Yeah, like, come on.
Just
Like,
like League of Nations.
If you're gonna send forces to like stabilize a region, send some forces. Don't send like a couple guys with like a fucking pistol. That's what they do. Don't worry, guys. The
Just like
peacekeeping.
in Bosnia.
Like when I imagine peacekeeping force, I imagine like an entire fucking army spread across a field.
But what they send
Guarding
is to
the
be
thing.
guys with a pistol.
It's like a couple dudes in trucks. It's like they're not doing nearly enough.
And we
All right,
got
guys, I have the basic server of MapperCast set up.
invite.
Okay, Britty Mapper asked me where I got the inspiration for Ferrum. I didn't really have inspiration for him. I just
What's
came up
Ferrum?
with him.
All right,
A character.
all right,
of mine.
everyone, it's time for the MapperCast Discord. I'm posting it right now.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Posting in the
I
chat.
really don't get
I'm
these.
not joining though.
Like I wish I could, but I don't get these things at Sebon mapping. As say you're so focused at Fappercast, time to look at the comment section and be so surprised when you get a picture of your crush,
Cosmic.
Luke
Cosmic.
Skywalker.
He's
I
a
don't get
kid,
it.
Cosmic. He's
I
a
don't
kid.
get it, man. I don't get
He's
it.
a kid.
Oh, damn. A lot of
Okay.
people already joined.
Oh, hello, guys. Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, you said it on...
Wait, what the wow.
Oh, hello, guys.
Hey, why am I not part of MapperCast? What the hell?
My description is Mexican juggler from my team.
Who's
Why am I not?
I'm Pacificator.
Oh, you're Pacificator. Okay, I'll give you the MapperCast. Oh,
Hold on,
damn.
calm down, ladies. Calm down.
Cosmic, you should check
No,
the
you're
Twitter
not
accordingly to
MapperCast
unfollow.
hub, so I can't.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on?
I feel important.
Yeah,
I
don't-
I
think-
don't talk at
I
all.
All right,
I
Cosmic,
think
are
by
you
posting
here?
the Discord, we just killed the
Oh,
live
guys,
chat.
calm down.
Yeah, why'd
Okay,
you?
okay.
You just
Okay,
killed
no.
the live chat.
Okay,
Kill the
okay,
live.
okay.
What?
Okay,
You just killed a live chat.
like
Yeah.
the rules,
Alright. We're gonna be looking at the live chat. So if you guys want to say stuff to us, that's
Yeah.
Let's make a rule.
Wait, no.
You cannot interact in the
Oh, Ryanlandia's the mapper winner.
Okay.
Okay,
let Chris talk. Let Chris talk.
Oh, yeah.
We cannot interact in the freaking Discord chat while the MapperCast is ongoing, okay?
Yeah, I know.
If you want to talk to us, use the live.
Use the live chat.
What is the Italian in Tamil Chris, what is the Italian salute? There's no such thing as an Italian salute.
Only bro, I don't have any Twitter notifications.
okay, Concordia asked, what do we think about the Crash Bandicoot Remastered series?
Oh
So
my God.
I already hated the original games, so don't expect them to be any better.
I don't have any opinion on
Oh, no. Finn posted Chris of a pony.
I forget what's happening there.
it. I run out of questions. Is anyone in the MapperCast colorblind?
I have really
No.
shitty eyes. I'm not colorblind, but I like.
Me too.
Oh, I'm not colorblind.
I should probably get glasses, but I don't think anybody wants to see me with glasses on. So
You
It
will
would
look.
make you look more professional.
Yeah, I was going to say it. No, I mean check your Twitter DMs. Look.
oh, dude.
Jesus Christ. You should probably tweet the Discord thing in Twitter later on.
Yeah.
Okay, the first Cosmic meme has been born on Discord.
Wait, what?
For fuck's sake.
Why are you guys looking at it? You're enabling.
Spice or nice. Meet singles today.
I'm
Create
just
your own
going to
profile.
send, so Carson can see this, I'm going to
Oh,
send it
it's
into the
that.
Skype group.
Oh.
Yeah, you shouldn't have posted this until like it was.
Yeah. Shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cosmic, I have a question.
I'm gonna shut the link off for now.
I have a question where you can shit on
I
Trump
tried
again.
to shut it off.
Okay.
I
all right.
shouldn't give them power to make links.
Opinion on Trump wanting to directly intervene in Venezuela and the Philippines.
Is that really what he in the Philippines? I thought he liked Duterte.
Oh my, Finn, what?
Alright, the Philippines have kind of a problem with ISIS militias.
Oh,
Finn?
is that what he means against the ISIS guys? I mean, I don't have anything against that. If he wants to like help out an ally with a domestic terrorist organization, that's all fine and dandy. But if he tries to go into Venezuela,
Cosmic.
I'll just be a fucking mess. Come on,
Please,
Right.
guys,
please look.
you gotta
look at
get,
this guy.
you gotta get out of it.
Guys, can you
By
not?
the way,
Look what Finn said.
guys.
Look what
Okay,
Finn said.
Mac, I want to say something. Mac for Life wants a shout out. Okay, Mac Live, subscribe to Mac Live, and
He's
yeah,
just- He's
Kill
just
the
still,
drug
for Life.
still on the MapperCast server begging you to give a goddamn shout out.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, why are you on MapperCraft?
True, Cosmic as a My Little Pony character.
Beef or steak? Beef. Steak, unless you get like the fanciest cut, it's shit. Like I love the taste of steak, but if you want to actually chew it and swallow it, you need to spend like $100 on like a really tender cut. Otherwise, it's like a fucking you're chewing on a sandal.
Wait,
But
beef
so
or-
beef is more versatile.
what's the
That's
difference?
Where steak is prepared differently and is a different cut from the cow.
Okay,
If there's someone spamming.
Oh my God.
power gaming? No, bad power gaming.
What are you guys doing?
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
he says I wasn't
German-
gonna suspend him.
German censorship has entered.
Cosmic, you anti-free speech. How dare you?
Apparently, this is Cosmic's fan art.
He was expressing his opinions.
His opinions.
Yes.
What did he even say? It was just like
Fun. Using thunder.
He spammed just some random bullshit. Cosmic, how does one cook a pepe?
I'm not sure.
Okay, can we get
Ask
some
the
like?
French, they have enough
I've always
knowledge
wanted to try
cook
like
frogs.
frogs legs and shit. Like they make that down the south, the South America. That is, they make like cooked frogs. I want that shit. It's supposed to be like super delicious.
I thought when you said
Hey,
It's
boy,
supposed to taste like chicken.
everything tastes like chicken.
All right, we should probably close off the thing now. It's like
Yeah.
everyone's in the Discord and it got kind of fucked. So we should start.
yeah, there's a
No,
lot of
not
Cosmic
yet.
memes.
No, not
Italy
yet.
or
I have something to say.
Wait,
I'm not
Viper.
gonna consider that.
Viper.
I'm gonna shut off the general. I'm gonna shut off the Discord for now.
Yes,
I'm gonna shut down the ability for everyone to talk.
Cosmic. Okay, I'm ready to do something. Hold on, now. Cosmic. Italy or Germany?
I'm not answering that.
Now answer it, you bitch.
No, I have an answer, but no one's gonna know.
Answer it.
I shut down the chat for the
Oh,
for
it's
the
Germany.
for
Right?
they're
It's
coming back now. I have
I'm
something
not-
to show
I'm not
everybody. I have something to show everybody, so I'll be right back.
I knew it. It was Germany.
It's you're gonna make me.
Say it.
Come
Say
on,
it.
Cosmic. Argument.
I'm ready.
Uh, Okay, if I had the choice on which one to visit, I'd probably pick Italy.
I'm gonna turn on my camera.
I didn't hear you.
I said I'd probably pick Italy.
Fuck you, Rat. I knew it.
No, see, that's what I didn't want.
Yeah, at least we don't have Cosa Nostra and all that bullshit.
Hey, that's the
Wasn't
American
Italy
fault.
rated like the most corrupt country in Europe?
That's America's fault. I blame America.
That's America's fault that you're corrupt.
No, it's America's fault that Cosa Nostra is a fucking big entity in Italy.
I
Yeah,
wish
they actually force German Italian restaurants to bribe them, otherwise they're going to destroy the shops.
I mean, okay, you're not getting my point.
Thank you, Italy.
You're not getting my point.
I mean, I just like the culture.
Thank
dude.
you-
I wanna
thank
see
you that,
Rome and shit. I want to see Pompeii.
That our fellow Italians here in Germany have to suffer because of you.
Okay, first of all, what happened? First of all,
600,000 Italians live in Germany.
that's
And they are
sovereign
still
Italy.
affected by Cosa Nostra every day.
That's southern Italy, and like they are all Terronis. They're not real Italians. And second of all, Cosa Nostra got so powerful thanks to the Americans. Yes.
Southern Troll is not Italian.
Wasn't Cosa Nostra already around when the Americans weren't even a superpower yet?
Yeah, but they were. But then the glorious Mussolini put down the Cosa Nostra with an iron fist. But then, you know, when the Americans invaded Sicily, they kind of took the easy way and asked.
The British invaded Sicily, by the way.
Well, there was Americans who asked the Italian mafia in New York, whatever the fucking city is, if they could, you know, get maps and information, all kinds of shit, and in return they would put back Cosa Nostra in power in Sicily. And literally, at the end of World War II, 90% of all officials in Sicily were a part of Cosa Nostra, which were put in by the Allied government.
All right, everyone.
Huh?
I'm turning on my camera.
Oh,
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
A T-shirt.
Wait, what?
What's happening? Did you just put your video on?
He
Yeah,
probably
you see-
wants to show us his merch.
oh
Yeah.
Everyone, this
Oh,
is the shirt that I bought from my own store.
Nice.
Take a look.
T-shirt reveal.
Yeah, but cosmic mapping.
Ah, let's see.
MapperCast T-shirt win.
No, I don't
What
know
is-
when that's gonna be. But yeah, this is actually the
Show your face.
the
No,
noodle.
I'm kidding.
No, I'm not showing my face.
We've already
The
seen.
noodle
I
and
know.
the China problem. It's backwards on the camera, damn it. And yeah, basically Italy say no, that's my noodle, and China say no, it's my noodle. Who were the first ones to invent the noodles?
Pasta is better than noodles.
Yeah. So yeah, alright, if you guys are interested, the store, the T-shirt merchandising distribution.
Depends on what it costs. Actually, might buy it, to be honest. It looks kind of good.
So should we start ending this off? Been around for a bit, and I desperately need to take a shit.
Go.
Nah, man, I gotta be here. I gotta
right now.
No.
If you want your shit,
Not gonna-
go.
Shit in
Shit in the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we need to end the quiz. If we don't have
the
questions.
quiz, yeah.
All right,
Wait,
we
do
gotta
the
make up a
fan
quiz on the spot again because we're all irresponsible cunts.
We're gonna
I
do the
can
family.
make a propaganda fascist Italy quiz if you.
Oh wait,
go.
it's the right way on stream though. What the hell?
Yeah, on the stream was right.
Yeah,
Physics.
it's right. It was wrong. It was on the wrong way in the from my perspective.
That's good for you.
This is a shit stream.
I agree 100%.
Sorry, Chris Sam, but I love noodles more than pasta. Than Mapper says. I
Korean
didn't answer
ramen
any
noodles are the
questions. What
best.
hell?
Hey, Viper. West Virginia wants to join the stream.
No,
Yeah, we have too much people.
maybe next time, but not.
Mysterious just came on.
All right,
Finished
so,
harvesting the
and you
pumpkin
guys,
field.
are you Batran, Cosmic? Are you guys going to join the MapperCast Discord after?
I'm gonna take a shit after.
Okay.
Of course.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So
What
we
about
have to do
Batman?
the quiz now, I guess.
We don't have a quiz. We're gonna have to.
Okay. First quiz. Who is in the voice channel of the MapperCast Discord right now?
Oh. Really, Viper? Really?
Yeah,
If this
yeah,
is a fan winner question or the mapper winner
Fan
question.
winner question. Fan winner question.
Okay.
Yeah, we should really be prepared for this.
In voice chat, in Discord.
Now there are two people in there. That makes it. Now there are
No,
three
I know
people in
who is
there.
the first.
No,
Who was the first one?
Now
Oh,
everybody's
only
gonna
they-
go in there trying to.
only based
Um,
on Sapphire.
Do we count
Well,
typos?
West Virginia Mapping is the winner. The fan winner.
Nice,
West Virginia mapping.
Nice. Congrats, man.
What kind of quiz was this?
Okay.
Yay!
Well, that makes
All
everything
right,
simple.
so West Virginia,
I'll give him
please.
the role,
please.
but except he's not even. Oh, here it is. I'll give him the fan winner role. Now you just post your fan winner in your fan request in the fan request channel that you probably can see now. So just post it there. And now for the mapper winner. Well, okay.
Also,
Okay.
Breaking our mapper told me if I mentioned him, he would give me a shout out. So yeah, yeah, you have it, Breaking. I'm ready for it.
So the mapper winner now is all right. So the mapper winner. What should I say? I don't even know the quiz. Damn it. I'm thinking one on top of my head, so trying to make it where it's feasible, but I don't know. All right. The second one will be I don't know. Who? Okay, from what I'm looking at, who had their mics muted in the MapperCast voice channel? Oh,
Really?
Oh no.
really?
Really?
Come up with a better question, please.
Viper,
fine.
really?
Better question. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Forget it. All right. Better question.
It's
What
calm,
are
like
the
the
two
most beautiful
bots
woman
in
ever.
MapperCast Discord?
Are you fucking kidding me? No. No. Why?
What?
What? I don't
Someone
understand
just
anything.
sent me a picture on Discord. I don't want to describe it because it's disgusting, and he said not
What
personal.
was the question? I couldn't even understand the question.
I said, what
Yeah.
are the current bots in the MapperCast Discord?
I'm crying.
No.
I'm
Viper,
crying.
really?
Yeah, that's.
I'm
Or you guys want to change that too?
Carbon dioxide.
crying.
No oxygen.
Oh, MapperCast. No.
Come on.
No, you have to say both of them at the same time. Nope. You gotta say both of them at the same time. Dang it.
Yeah, Sapphire Mapping Protection.
Sapphire mapping, got it.
You can't say one at a time. You have to do doubles.
Sapphire
Yeah,
mapping,
you
Yeah,
want-
got it.
You know, holy DCE. That's. Oh, great.
Did
I-
Sapphire get it?
Do we need a new question again? Did I just screw up again?
Sapphire. I think Sapphire got it.
Yeah,
Yeah, Sapphire.
What'd I do? Did I give it to
Okay.
holy DCE or Finn?
Cosmic, you better take your shit because
Yeah,
this is
Sapphire
gonna
so
Mapping.
Sapphire is the mapper winner.
Cosmic five.
Sapphire.
Sapphire.
The faster Sapphire becomes the mapper winner, the faster the shit can come out of my ass.
Oh, Finn. Oh, Sapphire. Should I do holy DCE or Sapphire? I don't know.
I think
Sapphire.
Sapphire is
Sapphire.
the way to get up.
Because I said both of them, but I said it too late. Great.
The podcast app. Yeah,
Sorry,
fuck
holy
this, man.
DCE.
Imperial will never win.
I'm gonna quit.
You're not gonna win. All right, so the winner is Sapphire.
And Mysterious
Can we
Cascade.
review a show already?
Okay, fine, pizza.
Can we review a show already?
I don't think we reviewed a show. And even if we did, he's
Davvero?
It
Sorry.
was on his
I hear Italian in the background.
Oh man, he's raging now. I said it.
Was-
I think we need to restart. I can't deal with this.
Why?
Guys,
Can't deal
how are
with
we
this. No,
talking?
question.
Okay, just did he say it? Did he say it before or after Sapphire?
He said it separately, but I want them
He did it
both
separately, and Sapphire was the first
I
one
made it
divided in
before.
one.
If Sapphire got it first, then he's
No. Holy he set them separately. Like he set one of
And
them,
now-
and he set the
Okay,
other.
and now Fife is saying he said it first. So
Just make Sapphire goddamn winner already.
This is going all over the
Can
place.
you let Cosmic take his shit?
This is why. This is why we need to be more prepared for these questions, man.
yeah, we gotta actually make the quiz.
Yeah, I know. This
Before.
is more business.
Yeah, we need to. We can't just ask the name of the boss
Wait.
Viper.
I know how to solve this. Does Holy DCE have a show? If he doesn't, well, that's a problem.
Sapphire for.
Oh god, guys, come on, we need a backup winner.
Oh my God, this is terrible. This is the
It's
worst.
going all over the place.
Viper, can you fucking let him take his shit?
Fucking Harris Kolikovic, anybody, and literally
Alright, if
anyone.
he has a show, we'll review
Only
it. If he
DC
doesn't have a
doesn't have-
show,
Only DC
Wait.
doesn't have one, I believe.
Are we doing Sapphire?
I'm done.
Are we doing Sapphire?
Okay, let's see. What does he have? What does he have?
He has a 5. He has a 5-second.
He has a
announcement
Roblox
video, but
video. He has
Who are we
thanks
talking
for
about?
5 subs video.
Are we talking about
just an
Sapphire?
I don't see a mapping
announcement
show.
from
Okay, he
Oh,
won.
guys.
End the podcast. End the.
This is all over the place.
Oh shoot! Holy, you gotta stop plushie. That's not mapping.
Sapphire has
No.
goddamn.
I have to give it to
Sapphire.
Sapphire.
Sapphire has goddamn mapping. Just use them already for fuck's sake.
yeah, for fuck's sake. Sapphire won.
Wait, Sapphire, you're the best. You're the fan winner. Everybody loves you.
Yeah,
Let's go.
What did I miss?
Wait, does Holy DCE even have a show?
No, he
No,
doesn't.
he
Actually,
hasn't.
I looked at it. He doesn't.
So we've been here arguing for nothing.
What the hell you doing? What the hell you doing, man?
Alright, Cosmic, go on to the wash.
What the hell?
Thanks for joining.
I hardly talk today. Until
we have a show, we'll pick you next when you win.
Make sure to join the Discord for updates.
And
join the Discord, best Discord ever.
For the MapperCast Discord
There's
now.
a channel called Eating Ass.
What?
Shut up.
And yeah, that's it, everybody. So make sure you join us on the Discord. The link's in the description below.
I'm not joining though.
But why Batman?
Why, Batman? You said you would join. Batman.
I don't have a Discord, so no.
Register, technically.
Alright, Batman, remember at 6 we gotta do that thing.
And Cosmic, yeah, go take your poop.
all over the
I will. I'm waiting for this to wrap up.
I think
I'm professional.
Go take your shit.
Ready? Ending the stream in
Bye.
4, 3.
Booze.